Hello, good day. This is Michael John M. Ypil from grade 11 UMSB, and we are going to report about the game badminton, and together with me is my co-reporters. First is Ashley Jade Macabenlar.
Hi! I am Ashley Jade B. Macabenlar, grade 11 UMSB. My title is Learning Objectives about the Badminton.
Second is Mae Ladra.
My name is Mae Ladra from grade 11 UMSB, and my topic is all about the introduction and the brief history and development of badminton.
Third is Autor.
Hi, my name is Charissa Autor. I am grade 11 UMSB, and my topic is all about the basic skills and basic footwork.
And lastly is Angela Kate Danuco.
Hi guys, my name is Kate Angela A. Danuco, grade 11 UMSB. My title is to share the basic tips on badminton.
Good day! Our topic is all about badminton, and at the end of this module, the learners are able to first, understand the sports with emphasis on the rules and regulations. So what is badminton and its rules and regulations? Badminton is a racket sport played using rackets to hit and the shuttlecock across a net. The rules of the game are: it should play by 2 or 4 players either indoors or outdoors. A net is fixed across the middle of the court. Only the serving sides can win a point. If the serving side fails to return the shuttlecock, it loses the serve. If the receiving side fails to return the shuttlecock, it loses the point and must receive again. A game is played to the 15 points. The regulation or low badminton are: a match consists of the best 3 games of 20 points. Every time there is a serve, there is a point score. At 20, all of the sides which is gains at 2 points lead first score that game. At 29, all the sides carrying the 30 points win that game. And the second is locate, the summarize, and report its historical development. Badminton is invented long ago. Its origins date back at least 2,000 years to the game of battledores and shuttlecock play in ancient India and China. Badminton took its name from Badminton House in the closest township, that name of the Jade, and the big fort where the sports was played in the last century. Third, participate activity in doing the basic skills to understand more about the sports badminton. The learners was participate when someone knows better teaching about it, and develop its learning in doing basic skills. Fourth, objectives, find the pleasure playing the sports. And last objectives, execute the basic skills in the badminton in playing badminton and backhand grip, learn the basic 6 and concern footwork, learn the straight step or the ready stance.
Hi guys, and since our topic is all about badminton, here's the introduction and the brief history and development of badminton. Now first, here's the introduction. Badminton is an indoor sport and considered to be the fastest racket sport played by either 2 or opposing players, or what we call singles, or 2 opposing duos or pairs, or what we call doubles. And yes guys, the badminton is an indoor sport. Well, it is a fact that a lot of people like to play badminton outdoors. But professional matches have to be played at the indoor courts so that players players can play their matches in a neutral wind condition. That's why professional badminton is always played indoors, where no wind could interfere their match. And also, why is it the fastest racket sports? Because badminton is the fastest racket sport ever played in the world, where the shuttlecock reaches with a speed of more than 200 miles per hour. A player should be physically strong and muscle power and speed for delivering cocks. And next is, the sport uses a shuttlecock, also called a birdie or shuttle. The players strike the shuttlecock with the rackets so that it passes over the net and into the opponent's half of the court. The rally ends once a player commits fault or the shuttlecock touches the floor. So the badminton uses a shuttlecock. A shuttlecock used like a ball consists of a cork head, a skirt of overlapping 16 feathers, threads, and glue. And also, why badminton use shuttlecock? It is because the shuttlecock generates significant aerodynamic drag and complex flight trajectories because of its blunt body. The velocities of the shuttlecock reduce from the initial velocity of 67 meters per second to the terminal velocity of approximately 7 meters per second for approximately 0.6. So the velocity of the shuttlecock is reduced from the initial velocity, and the initial velocity is from the terminal velocity. So the players strike the shuttlecocks using the rackets, and the game are end when the shuttlecock touches the floor or the players have fault. So next, badminton consists of 5 events, namely men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, and mixed doubles. So men's singles means that match played with one person on each side, just like the women's singles, but they're women. So the match also is played with one person on each side. And the men's doubles and women's doubles is the match that played with 2 persons on each side. Last, guys, we have a mixed doubles. Mixed doubles is a match in which a man and woman play as a partner. So a man and woman is a partner against another one man and woman. And so, guys, those are the 5 namely events of badminton. The difference between the singles and doubles in badminton includes the number of players on the courts, the dimension, the service rules. There is 1 player on each of the end of the court, while in doubles there are 2 players on each end of the court. So next is the brief history and development of badminton. Sports historians cited that the sport of badminton has originated in ancient Greece about 2,000 years ago, which spread to China, India, Japan, and Siam in Thailand. So, ang badminton ay kanang sports historian nakasite na ang badminton is originated from ancient Greece about 2,000 years ago, and then it spread to China, India, Japan, and Siam in Thailand. So after that, daghan na din, there are a lot of people na ga-play na game dito nga lugar. Throughout the medieval times, an English children's game named battledore and shuttlecock was popular and played. So there is an English children's game that called battledore and shuttlecock. So they use the battledore being a paddle and a shuttlecock as a small feather cork, and now usually called bird. Children would use a paddle hitting and preventing the shuttlecock from hitting the floor. So next, during the mid-18th century in 1860s, British India Army officers in Pune were playing the traditional English game wherein sooner they added a net. The game was known as Pune at that time. The game was taken by retired officers back to England in 1980s, where it developed and rules and regulations were set out. So, ang mga British India military officers is ga-play po sila ana nga dula in Pune. And then sooner they added a net. The history of badminton bring back us all the way in mid-18th century. The game badminton is started become a popular game in India at a small town called Pune. So when India was still a British colony, badminton was played mostly by the British military officers. So at this point, badminton was just a game played just for fun, and it was known as Pune at this time in British military officers. And then the game was taken by retired officers bring back to England in 1980s. So after that, it na-develop na dayon ang rules and regulations sa badminton. As the new sport was introduced in 1873 at the Badminton House, Gloucestershire. The Duke of Beaufort was entertaining soldiers at his estate while others are playing Pune. Non-military guests began referring to the game as badminton game, and those later became known as badminton. So the new sport was introduced in Badminton House, Gloucestershire in 1873, and then while the other Duke of Beaufort are entertaining soldiers, the others are playing game called Pune, and then the non-militarist guests are playing the game. They called it badminton game, and so on. It was known as badminton.
So hello to our learners. Now we're going to report the continuation of the badminton, which is the supplies and equipment. So this section of reportings involves the supplies and equipment you will use or you will need if you are going to play a badminton. So our objective for this is to know what are those supplies and what are those equipment that is being used in that game. So first is that the badminton racket. So A is a light can be made of wood, plastic, aluminum, or other light metals with nanomaterial added for durability. So the badminton racket is that we have sample here. We have a sample of a badminton racket. So this is a sample of a badminton racket. So this is an original sample of a badminton racket. So it can be light or made of wood or plastic. So this sample is made of its handle is made of wood, and its shaft is made of aluminum. So B is that the badminton racket weighs about 75 to 100 grams. So kadako lang or kabugaton lang gid aning atong badminton racket is dili gid na siya mo exceed about 75 to 100 lang gid mo lapas ana. 75 to 100 grams lang jud. So C is that racket head is either isometric or oval. So ang atong sample is ang shape sa iyahang head is oval. So as atong makita there is ang kuan sa iyahang head is oval siya. So this racket string should be about 0.62 to 0.73 mm in thickness with range of 89 to 169 in tension. So kani iyang mga string kailangan jud ang iyahang width lang or thickness sa iyahang mga string is 0.62 to 0.73 mm. So racket is composed of carbon fiber, composite, graphite, reinforced plastic with titanium composite nanocarbon. So ang atong gamit ani is metal man. So aluminum siya ang iyang head, aluminum, dayon ang iyang handle made of wood. So wood ni siya ang iyang gamit ani diri sa iyang handle. So next is that overgrip may be added for friction. So katong player nga mohawid ani diri mas tsada siya if gahi para mas matarong din siya pag hawid sa player. So next is that parts of the racket. So natay mga parts sa racket. So string area is extended to hit the shuttle. It is uniform pattern and does not exceed 200 mm, 11 inches in length, and 220 meter in width. So kaniyang string area, so as ato makita diri sa atohang sa ato ang PowerPoint presentation, na siya diha naka-labeled siya nga muna siya ang string area. So sa atong sample is muna siya ang string area. So kaning string area kailangan siya naka-fit jud siya or kanang guot jud siya nga pagka-butang diri, kay kung dili muluag man ni siya tapos musulod dito ang atong shuttlecock pag magtira na ang player nato. So the head is bound to string area. So muni siya as atong giingon dinina, ang head niya is oval in shape. So or isometric. So dana lang pili lang anang duha ka kuan kanang shape sa ato ang head. So next is the throw. Connects the shaft to the head. So kaning throw as atong makita diri sa atong kaning throw atong makita diri sa atong PowerPoint presentation. So naa siya diri sa kaning tunga. So kani mo ni siyang gitawag nato nga throat. So mo ni siyang nag-connect sa ato ang head o sa ato ang shaft. So next is the shaft. Connects the handle to the head. So mao ni siya ang ato ang shaft. Ato ang shaft ga-connect ni siya sa atong head sa ato ang badminton racket. Mo ni siyang ga-connect ang shaft sa dinhi sa handle o sa head sa ato ang racket. So next is the ferrule. So firmly connects the shaft and the handle. So pareha rin ni siya sa kaning ato ang yes, so next is the handle. It is extended for player's grip. So as atong i-istorya ganina, so ang atong handle is made of wood. So masyado siya if wood, tapos mas dali siya mahawidan o masyado siya hawidan kay dili siya malupyak or dili siya humok hawiran. So tsada siya pang batter. So next is the butt. So it is located here. Muni siyang gitawag na butt. It is located at the tip of the handle. Muni siyang gitawag. So ang nakabutang sa ato ang butt is ang gamit niya nga material is plastic. So as you can see, plastic siya. Then next is the frame. So muni siya ang frame. So ang overall bracket mo na siyang gitawag nga frame. It includes the head, throat, the shaft, and the handle. It is no more than 680 mm or wider than 230 mm. So dili ra siya kay taas kaayo o dili ra pud siya sobra kamubo. So normal lang siya. Dala lang siya sa 680 mm ang iyahang katas-on. So next is that the shuttlecock. So a shuttlecock is the official name given to the shuttle or bird. So it is made up of 16 goose bird. It is made of 16 goose feathers and it is firmly fixed in a leather covered cock head. It is weigh from 4.74 to 5.50 grams. It may be made of feathers, plastic, or nylon. So we have our example here sa ato ang shuttlecock. So atong example there is kaning nylon shuttle. So if I were you, I would recommend you to use the feather shuttlecock. Ay mas tsada siya kaysa aning ato ang nylon shuttle. So kaning kani siyang gitawag nga shuttlecock. It is an official name given to a shuttle or a bird. So mara man siya langgam or bird nga kanabitang pag magbatter ka murag mukuan siya, murag siya nakalupad. So muna siyang gitawag siya nga bird. Then ang iyahang katong yung original na shuttle is made ang kani iyahang round diri, kani siyang nakabutang diri is made of goose feathers. So kani siyang ang gamit man ani is nylon. So medyo mas dili kay siya kanang sa tsada kung magbatter na ka kay medyo mo night time na makusog nimo, kusog ra pud kay sa tanan. So dili siya balance ang iyahang kabugaton. So kung if magamit mo or magdula mo og badminton, so mas preferred na ko i-recommend is ang kaning feather nga shuttle. So feather shuttle consists of 16 goose feather. Its length is 62 to 70 mm. So kaning feathered shuttle or feathered shuttlecock is composed na siya og 16 ka goose feather. Kaning nasa as you can see sa ato ang PowerPoint presentation na siya, dili man nato siya maihap kay nakakuan na picture lang siya. So naagi na diha ang iyang feather sa 16 ka buok na ang nakabutang diha, and it must be fastened firmly with thread or other suitable materials. So dili lang siya butang-butangan lang siya dira kay para mo pilit. So kinahanglan jud kato ibutang tong mga thread, special thread nga musut dira sa ato ang goose feather para dili gid siya dali maguba. So cock or base shall be 25 to 28 mm in diameter and is rounded in bottom. So mao ni siya ang gitawag nato na cup or base kani siya. Mao ni siya. So ang iya kanong kuan ani, iyahang kadakon is shall be 25 to 28 mm in diameter and it is rounded at the bottom. So wala man ato ta nakakita og mga inani na flat ang tumoy. So kailangan siya circle siya permente. As you can see, circle siya diri ang iyahang tumoy. So next is that the net. At all times this should be strained tightly so that its height should be from the floor is 1.524 or 5 feet. So kailangan ang ato ang net is dili siya muubos sa 5 feet, dili pud siya mutaas sa 5 feet. So long at the post, a measuring rod should be kept by the umpire's chair to facilitate regularly testing to ensure that the net is still and correct central height and has not sage. So kailangan ng atong net is permente siya naka gina-check siya per kay para mahibalaan nato if ni kuan ba siya, ni ubos ba siya or ni taas. So in case na magdula na, so ato siya mabantayan. So ang kaniyang kilid, as you can see nga diri ang kilid sa kilid-kilid sa ato ang kuan, kani siya kani. So dili sila pareha og sukod. So dili sila pareha og sukod diri sa ato ang dire kani siya. Dili siya pareha og sukod sa kaning mismo nga net paingon sa ground. So ang dire ang sukod diri sa atong kilid sa ato ang post, net post is 1.55 meter or 5 feet in and 1 inches. So ang kani pud ang ato ang dire sa floor or sa ground paingon sa net is muna siyang 5 feet lang yun sirado. So pareha na sila duha sa kilid, kana sila duha pareha og kani dire kani dire gikwaan lang og 1 inches. So next, so next is the net post. So mutang atong ganina, so ang net post is ang iyang kahabogon lang gyud is 5 feet and 1 inch. So the net posts are placed on the top of the line within the double side lines and are extended 5 feet and 1 inch from the floor. So mao tatong giingon gaina nga mas taas siya kay sa level sa ground og sa net. So next is the clothing. So whole clothing, shirt and short should be comfortable. So wala man siguro yung player na dili ganahan o dili comfortable ilang gisuot. So kailangan pag magdula ka og badminton naa kay appropriate clothing. So ang kani nga clothing is gitawag nga shirt and short. So sa lalaki shirt lang and short. So playing clothes should be of short sleeve shirt or t-shirt while the short should be raised above the knees. So kaning sa lalaki sa ato makita diri sa picture is iyahang short is ibabaw sa net. Ibabaw sa net. I'm sorry. Ibabaw siya sa iyahang tuhod. So ato makita diri, so nakaibabaw gid siya sa iyang tuhod ang iyang gamit nga short. So dili siya naa sa ubos kundi naa siya sa ibabaw sa knees. So the girls may wear a skirt with cycling short inside. Accessories may be added to the body for certain use. So asong makita sa babae is nagsuot siya og skirt. So iyang suot is dili pod below sa knee kundi diri sa iyahang thigh dapit ang sukod. So pwede siya magamit og kanang kuan siguro short katupong dili pod dili below sa knee, dili pod siya diri dapit lang sa knee kun dili short lang gyud diri siya dapit sa iyang thigh dapit. So kung magamit pod og skirt is kaning babae during the game, so need siya mag wear inside og cycling para dili para mas comfortable siya nga mag lihok-lihok. So next is the shoes. Badminton shoes are lightweight with gum sole of rubber or similar high grip non-marking materials. Thick socks will cushion the feet and will be more competitive to use during the game. So ang atong shoes nga ginagamit diri is lightweight. So dili kay siya bugat. So mas gaan siya, mas dali siya makadagan. Dili siya hassle kung magdagan-dagan ka kay gaan siya, mura ra siya, wala ka nag sapatos. So katong gyud inyong pilion kung magdula mo is katong inyong piliin tong pinakagaan nga rubber shoes. Then ang inyong socks pod, thick sock inyong gamiton para mas mo fit ang inyong tiil dito sa sulod sa sapatos, mas comfortable siya mo dagan-dagan or mas comfortable siya nga imong gamiton kay dili man siya luag. So the thick socks ang imuhang gamiton. Next is the badminton court, rectangular and divided into halves by a net. So kanang badminton court is regularly divided into halves by a net. So rectangular, as you can see dira sa ato ang picture, rectangular siya, then natunga siya sa net. Sa atong net, example natay inana rectangular nga shape nga badminton court. Sa tunga din ana is diha nakabutang ang net nga maoy nag-divide sa duha ka area sa atong badminton court. So a court is marked with sidelines, single and doubles. Long service line, single back boundary, and for doubles, short service line and center line. Service including left and right service court. So naana siya gipang tawag nga mga service court or service line. For merong atong i-discuss about this line is the sa game badminton din is naa siya single, na pud siya double. So pwede na kay partner, pwede ra pod ikaw ra isa. So muna siyang gitawag nga single and double. So kaning court is made na gini siya para sa badminton player. So as you can see sa ato ang slide is nara muni siyang primero nga half and next muni siya ang ikaduhang half. So na siya linya dire kani muni siyang linya po dire. Tapos linya pagkahuman dayon is na po dire pikas nga side. So muni siyang ginagamit para sa double. So para sa ato ang kuan, para sa ato ang single pwede na niya gamiton ng duha, pero pag double dira ang isa, dito po ang isa sa pikas nga side. Then napod siya mga tawag nga mga service lines. So kung single is layo-layo, pero pag double is dire lang dapit, dire. Okay, so next is the court measurement. So width for singles is 5.18 meter or 17 feet. So mauna siya ang width for singles. So ang width for doubles is 6.1 meter or 20 feet. Full length of court is about 13.4 meter or 44 feet. So mauna siya ang full length sa ato ang court. 44 feet ang iyahang kadak-a. So next is distance of short service lines away from the net. So 1.98 meters, 6 feet and 6 inches ang kalayo sa distance of service lines away from the net. So distance of long service lines away from back boundary lines to 0.76 meter or 2 feet or 6 inches. So that's the end of our supplies and equipment for our badminton game.
Good morning. There are 6 basic skills in badminton that I will be discussing. First, clear or lob. Hitting the shuttle upward to the back of the opponent's court, the shuttle goes very high so that the player gains time for recovery to a good base position. I will be showing you a photo of clear lob. This is the example of clear or lob. Second, smash. A powerful hit so that the shuttlecock travels unsteadily downwards at a great speed into the opponent's court. This is the example of smash. Third, drop. Hitting the shuttlecock lightly so as to move downwards into the opponent's forecourt. This is the example of drop. Netting or net shot. Netting the shuttlecock into the opponent's forecourt as close to the net as possible. This is the example of net shot. Fifth, drive. Hitting the shuttlecock on the straight line just above the net into the opponent's court. This is the example of drive. This is the last basic skill in badminton. Service. The act of putting the player in play. Inevitably, a service takes place after the umpire mentioned the score. This is the example of service. And this is the 6 basic skills in badminton. Next, I will be discussing the basic footwork. First, ready stand. The strength standing position with knees a bit bended. One foot is a little bit ahead over the other. Do this in the center middle of the hand of the court. Side to side or defense. Starting the ready position, step right foot sideward, finishing in long position. Use forehand stroke if right dominant. To go back, jump both feet sideward, left finishing in ready position. Third, V front. Starting in the ready position, step right foot and then jump obliquely forward, finishing in long position. Use forehand stroke if right dominant. To go back, step left and then jump both feet obliquely backward, left finishing in ready position. Execute this again on the other side, starting with left foot to right foot in obliquely position. Use backhand for the stroke in right position. To go back, step right position and then jump both feet obliquely forward, right finishing and ready position. Fourth, V front. Starting in the ready position, step right foot and then jump both feet obliquely backward, right using a racket. Hit a shadow shuttle, moving the left foot in rear and right foot in front. Use forehand in if right position. To go back, step left foot, followed by jumping both feet obliquely forward, left finishing, and ready position. Last but not least, front and back, forward backward, or vice versa. Starting in the ready position, gallop, like hopping or jumping 2 to 3 times backward toward the back boundary line. Facing the right side of the court, right foot using a racket, hit the shadow shuttle moving the left foot in rear and right foot in front. Use forehand stroke if recommended. Starting with the left foot, jump both feet forward and then do 2 running steps forward, finishing in long position and simultaneously hitting a shadow shuttle on the last step. Jump both feet facing the left side of the court and then repeat from the beginning. If left dominant, from the beginning start with left foot facing the left side of the court. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here to share the basic tips on badminton. 1. Know your opponent. Mind by looking at the position of his or her footwork based to attack. In most circumstances, you should consciously position yourself towards the front of the court if you are more eager to attack. 2. Serve well. The serve is the way the shuttle is put into play. This type of serve is usually executed when you want the shuttle to land at the back end of the court. There are 4 types of serves: low serve, high serve, flick serve, and drive serve. This is the example of low serve. And high serve. And last, flick serve. 3. Avoid lobbing. Lobbing is a stroke executed as your baseline, hitting the ball far to the back of your opponent court. 4. Focus on the game. Focus can be of placing the shuttle, positioning of the players, or of one player, the flights of the shuttle to the various places, movements over the court of players, or of one player. Technique is one particular stroke, footwork of one player, the behavior of the player, the rapidity of playing, and etc. Number 5. Attack on the middle or in the body. The badminton attacking player is usually performed from the 2 red dots at the front side of the court. There is no point performing the attack clear from the middle or back of your court. Your opponent will be able to intercept in your attacking player easily. And there's the example of faults in badminton. 1. If the racket is higher than the serve's head, neither the side shall cause undue delay to the delivery of the service once the server and the receiver are ready for the device. Number 2. If the shuttlecock did not land in the correct court after service, the shuttlecock must be passed over the short service line the opponent's court, or it will count as a fault. You and your opponent will hit the shuttle ultimately until a fault is made or the shuttle ceases to be in play. Number 3. If the shuttlecock passes on her below the net, when delivering the low serve, you will lose the rally if the shuttlecock hits the top of the net and falls short. However, if it hits the net cord but lands inside the service boundaries, it is perfectly legal. Number 4. If the shuttlecock hits the ceiling. There is no fixed rule for what happens if the shuttlecock hits the ceiling. It varies from club to club. Typically, hitting fixtures such as lights or basketball apparatus will be a let and the point will be replayed, while hitting the ceiling itself will be a fault. Number 5. If the shuttlecock hits the clothing or body of the player. If the shuttle hits the body or dress of a player, the point goes to the other player. Therefore, even if the player is outside the court and it's very clear that shuttle would land out if didn't hit the shuttle, the player is still committing a fault and, therefore, the point should go to the striker. Number 6. If the player hits the net. A serve ball that hits the net does not result in the service team losing its serve. The net serve is considered in play unless it does not continue over the net or lands outside the opposing team's court side untouched by the opposing team. And that's all. Thank you.